Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so, because Green Lantern has always done well?
No, Green Lantern's been up and down. It's just the last few years, I guess about 8. And
Yeah.
one of the reasons of that's Jeff Johns, who just recently stopped writing Green Lantern number 20.
Okay.
Was his, the latest version of Green Lantern number 20 was his latest one. He had been writing Green Lantern for about 9 years.
Is
And
that long?
That's a long time.
To write
one character, one book. I mean, he'd been writing other books, writes
Right.
a lot of them. But he'd been writing that one character in sort of almost a 9-year story arc.
Is it Jeff with a G?
Yes.
Okay, I've seen his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, he created the spectrum of rings, the black ring, the
right, 'cause
yellow and the sapphire rings all had always existed, but red, orange, blue, indigo, black, white, he wrote all of that.
Okay, so Green Lantern is it's essentially a space cop, right?
Yeah, more or less.
And the lantern itself, the ring itself, creates things that you create out of your will.
Yeah, it was will drives it.
Okay.
So theoretically, will, according to the comics, will is the power behind, green.
So if you can dream it can happen.
If you can think about it and will it to happen, pretty much it will happen.
Okay.
And so you have to recharge your ring at your personal power battery, and then there's the giant power battery on Oa, which is where the Green Lantern Corps is based.
Okay. And so you're given like a lanterny looking thing that you put your ring into.
Oh, you touch it, towards the front, sort of just like in the Green Lantern movie. He puts it to the front and it charges up.
And
it says
charges
the
right
oath.
up. Okay. Oh, and then he sort of reboots his oath.
Yeah.
And says, "I'm in.
Yep.
We'll do it again." And then how often does he have to reach? What's the battery life of?
24 hours.
Oh, is it? Oh, he has to do it once a day.
Yeah, once a day.
Okay. All right. So sort of a cleric with the sun. You got to say your
Yeah,
prayers.
I don't know exactly how they explained it when you've got aliens from other planets that spin around in more or less than 24 hours.
Right,
but
right. What
whatever.
what's a day?
We'll just sort of fuzz that one out and not pay attention to that.
I'll take that. That's fine by me. And then, so they always had a sapphire ring, though. To your knowledge?
Well, they later on they introduced Star Sapphires, which were villains at the time, and his girlfriend Carol Ferris. Became one of the Star Sapphires, so they fought. And then, of course, Sinestro was the yellow.
Okay.
How do you bring in a guy named Sinestro and think he's not going to go bad?
Right. You don't name your kid Sinestro if you're going to name. And so Sinestro had a yellow ring?
Yeah, he had yellow rings.
And what does the yellow ring do?
Fear.
Oh, it creates or you can generate fear of some sort. And then what does the sapphire one do?
Sapphire, well, at the time, they were just bad guys. Now, later on, when Jeff started to do it, Jeff Johns started to do it, Sapphire was love.
Oh, okay.
Both the positive and negative aspects.
Sort of obsession.
Yes.
Okay. And then and then you said that there's
there was red, which is rage.
Okay.
Orange, which is avarice or greed. Then there was blue, which is hope.
Okay.
Then there was the indigo, which were kind of weird.
Yeah.
They did a lot of different things. Black was death.
Okay.
And then white was life.
Okay. So could you resurrect people with the white?
No. Well, maybe.
Okay.
The black people would bring people back from death, but they were sort of like, evil zombie versions of themselves.
Necromancy kind of stuff. Okay.
So you had Blackest Night, which was the rise of the death.
Okay.
And then you had Brightest Day, which is when one of the other Earth Green Lanterns, Kyle Rayner, became a White Lantern and sort of helped defeat the Black Lanterns.
Oh, he was the hero for the against the Black Lanterns. Okay, and Jeff Johns wrote all of that arc.
Yeah, there was other books that were going around that other guys were writing. Green Lantern Corps, Red Lanterns, New Guardians. There were several of them. But Jeff was sort of one of the driving forces behind it. It's been a great story arc.
Oh, that's
just a fantastic story arc.
It sounds cool. I mean, it sounds like especially if you can. If you don't just make those things and not use them, right? I mean, to actually use them and create those crossovers and those giant battles.
Well, and try to get behind what would make somebody put on a red lantern or a red ring or a yellow ring. He tried to do a lot of that stuff. It was really cool.
Okay. Well, that's